What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Today I am discussing keratins and Japanese straighteners. What are they? What do they do? What's the difference? So it is summertime right now as I'm filming this, and a lot of people are getting keratins or smoothing services. So what a keratin does is it adds keratin to your hair, which smooths your hair and keeps it from getting frizzy. It won't permanently straighten your hair. That's what a Japanese straightener does, or a relaxing service does to your hair. But a keratin will really help take out that bulk and that volume of your hair and take a lot of the frizz away. A lot of people misconstrue a keratin service with making your hair straight. It won't make your hair pin straight like a Japanese straightener will. It will take a lot of the frizz away. You're still gonna have to work on blowing it out and getting it smooth, but it won't get frizzy throughout the day until that keratin is wearing off. Now, a Japanese straightener uses ammonium thioglycolate. I believe that's the chemical they use, and it completely restructures your hair. So a lot of times curly hair has like a cross pattern within it, and that's the reason why it coils up and it is curly. What a Japanese straightener will do, or a permanent relaxer, it will break those bonds down, and then as you blow it out and flat iron it, it takes them from like a crisscross into like a straight, almost like a ladder, like a stair on a ladder. So that way it won't be bunching up and curling, it would now be straight. Now, the next step you need to do is neutralize that to lock it in, and then you permanently change the structure of your hair. That's the one downfall of a permanent relaxer or a Japanese straightener, is your hair actually is now permanently straight. So what happens when your hair grows back, you have these straight ends and mid shafts, and then you have these curly roots. If you don't want to deal with that, then I would push you more towards a keratin service. Now, a keratin isn't permanent. It wears away usually between 3 and 5 months, depending how often you wash your hair. But some keratins really will get your hair pretty straight depending on how difficult your hair is. And if you overlap and layer them, you'll begin to see some of that hair being straighter and straighter each service. A couple of things you want to be made aware of when it comes to a keratin and a Japanese straightener or a permanent relaxer is when you're going to highlight your hair. Now, when it comes to a relaxer and a Japanese straightener, I would not recommend highlighting your hair before or after or at all. That's going to be enough chemical for your hair to really kind of take and withstand before it breaks. Now, when it comes to a keratin, you can do your highlighting service before the keratin service, which I do recommend, because if you do your highlighting service after the keratin service, you're gonna pretty much take the keratin out of the hair. You're gonna lose like 70% of that keratin if you highlight after. I always advise you to highlight your hair before you do a keratin service. It helps keep your hair strong, it repairs your hair from the highlighting service, and you won't have to worry about taking that keratin out of the hair. Only a few times, if your hair's damaged or it's really delicate, if you wanted to do a keratin service before you highlight it, it does help make your hair a little stronger to withstand that lightening service. But just know that that smoothing aspect of the keratin is going to be pretty much gone after you highlight your hair after the keratin. There's a few different types of keratins out there. You have a keratin that is formaldehyde free, and you have ones that have formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a chemical that really isn't good to breathe in. It is carcinogenic. It has cancer-causing properties in it. Some companies now use either a hyaluronic acid or some kind of an acid instead of formaldehyde that really drives that keratin protein into the hair. The only downside to those keratins is normally they will strip your color. So the good thing about those keratins is they have a neutralizing phase of that, which kind of locks in the keratin so you can color your hair afterwards, so it won't really take that keratin out. But just know that if you're using a formaldehyde-free keratin, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna lose some of your color. So if you're doing your color, go a little bit darker before, or just know you're gonna have to tone your hair after the keratin. Use some kind of ammonia-free color or a semi-permanent. This way you're not opening that cuticle back up, letting that keratin out of the hair. Any questions or comments, please feel free to leave in the comment box below. I will surely answer them as quickly as I can. As you see, we are in the new salon right now. It is called the Warehouse, so I've been busy putting this together. So if I haven't answered any of your comments or emails, just know I'm gonna get to them as soon as I can. Thanks guys for watching, I appreciate all your support. Please click like, subscribe, share this video if it brought you any value, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.